Yo, welcome to the first episode of the Low Ceilings podcast. I'm your host, Jake. This is my co-host,
Blake.
And today we have a very interesting guest, our first guest on the inaugural episode of the podcast, Sam Plates. We're right here. Welcome, Sam. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes. On the show, we're going to be bringing in people in our lives who are up to something here in Chicago, Illinois, whether it be music, fashion, art, poetry, videos, anything, right? Yeah, anything. So we've got some people that we've met along our way here, our creative field, and we're going to bring them in. And, we're just lucky to kind of share the information, inspiration to the people,
The masses.
The masses, yeah. Whoever wants to hear it, pick it up, see what resonates with you. And, we'll be having these conversations to just inspire you. And yeah, this is the first episode, so I'm gonna throw it to you. Yeah.
Yo, let's get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got our boy Sam on here today. Sam, this is a really a full circle moment for all of us. Like,
yeah. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get way into that. But Sam, introduce yourself.
I'm Sam Plates. I am a filmmaker in Chicago. Just learning how to walk, and we're falling in love with it. So,
I feel like just learning how to walk is like. Nah.
Yeah, I always undercredit myself.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest weaknesses. But
gotta give yourself credit for the shit you be doing.
Yeah, for real. That's a crazy topic to like talk about. And I don't think a lot of people can give themselves credit. You know, and like
if you made a film, well, obviously that makes you a filmmaker.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to make film in Chicago. I've been in photography for a long time. I've been an artist for myself and for multiple companies, just making logos. That's what we're doing.
Hell yeah.
We're loving it.
Just trying new shit.
Yeah, trying new
things,
shit.
doing stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
And you are sort of like, from what I understand in our relationship, did you start with illustration, or is that something that got you into photography and video and filmmaking?
What's the progression of mediums?
I've been drawing and illustrating my whole entire life since I was younger. Mm-hmm. So, that was never the actual starting point. I feel like the starting point for filmmaking was, getting my camera stolen out of the back of my car in high school.
No way.
Yeah. And just going through the hardships of what it is to take photography and be accepted by people that don't really know anything about pictures, and to show something. And
Did you realize when it was stolen, this was something this felt bad, this person stealing it felt like they're taking my passion away from me, that made you realize I love being creative, or photography was something you couldn't live without?
When you're in high school, you're just flying around these wants and needs of what you need to be to succeed, and really in life. And I did have a camera. It was a hand-me-down from my mom, and I wasn't making film at the time. I was just strictly taking hobby photography, because I wanted to do anything and everything.
Yeah.
And I had everything in my car. I had my camera, all my gear, my snowboarding equipment. I was my first semester in college. Had all my laptop, my school books, my whole car,
You want to know? I got a crazy story kind of spin off all that.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, my senior year, I think it was my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
I got rear-ended pulling into our apartment complex, and I remember all of my baseball equipment was in there, and there was no way to get to the trunk. And that was just the end. That was the end of baseball.
Well, yeah, and that ended school
but
for
that's
me.
Fucked.
That ended school. I was I didn't have any school supplies, and I didn't want to pay for it again, because and fuck all that, and
that shit sucks.
It sucks, man. It does suck.
But you got past that.
Got past it, yeah, of course, yeah. And I don't know. I think it doesn't really have to do anything with filmmaking, and I think that it definitely helped me, because I didn't have a camera for a long ass time.
How to deal with a setback.
Yeah, dude, I didn't have a camera for a minute. I was maybe 7, 8 years without a camera after that.
Damn.
And then finally my mom purchased me for Christmas.
Shout out moms.
I was like, give me your camera.
Shout out moms everywhere, honestly.
Shout out moms.
Shout out
moms. Yeah, they're so great.
Yeah.
Sweet woman. She gifted me a camera, and I started shooting on this Canon $400 camera off at Amazon.
That's all you need?
And then I didn't really get into film until you allowed me to buy my my camera that
Hell
I
yeah.
have now, you know?
Fuck
and
yeah.
that's when I really was like, okay, like started playing with light in my apartment, you know, and just started like filming in my apartment, just like cutting and cutting and
Yeah.
cutting and scrapping and not even doing anything with
Yeah.
it, you know, and just falling in love with like the way that things looked through like my lens in my apartment. You
It's
know,
crazy.
and what I could do
Yeah.
with
It looks different than real life.
and it looks so different
Looks
from real
way
life.
different than
And
real
I would
life.
spend like hours and YouTube videos of just like trying to learn like lighting and shit, and it's so hard for me to just
It's
do
a
that.
process.
You know?
And it's like a whole nother thing, like if you don't have the stuff. Because it's like you can watch a million YouTube videos on how to do something until you're like actually doing it. It's different.
Yeah.
Like it's different. And I mean, it's good to have all that knowledge because then you can like kind of diagnose what's going on.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
as you're doing it, be like, okay, wait, let me tweak this. Let me
Right, yeah.
da 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 da, and then you get to where you need to be. But that's it. Like you just got to get your hands dirty and like try
Exactly, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Sam shot some photos at a bike race that I was doing, and they were sick. And then he like hit me up and like wanted to shoot some more, like just kind of try some stuff, bounce some concepts, and so we went out and did that. And we barely knew each other at the time, but
I was into like illustrating, like storyboards at the time. You know,
Yeah.
at the same time I was meeting you, you know.
Yeah.
And just really starting to like pull out the iPad and start sketching and getting all of my ideas onto paper so that I could project it onto my friends and my family and make something out of it, you know.
I feel like that's the biggest thing about like getting a project off the ground is like taking it from like how you see it in your head and like showing it to other people, because like in order to sell a project, like it's really hard to sell a project to somebody if they have no idea what the fuck it's gonna look like.
It really
It's
is.
dead in the water almost, you know? So it's like, like having that skill of like presenting your ideas visually is like crazy for creatives. Like that's the number one hack to like
And there's not
do
many
more
people
stuff.
that can do it and do it successfully.
Yeah, you got to do
know?
it good, like fast, efficient, like clear.
Yeah. And that shit takes time, dude. You know, at the same time, you know, like
There's a billion different ways to do it, and I wish I could draw. Because it's really hard to like find shit on Google that's like the same as like what I want.
Right, yeah.
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 But you can just create it.
Yeah, and so I think you saw that, and you
Yeah.
know, and I had that video on the storyboard already, and we're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
You were using the Sony at the time, so like I was looking at you like you were like God, because I had this Canon, you know,
Nah,
from like
dude.
this, you know, like come full circle of the Canon that I got received, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, my shit's not even working right now, and like this dude's got this really nice Sony, and like, like,
Where you're getting it done.
yeah,
But yeah, so you know, you did a storyboard for a project for our bike team, and yeah, I thought it was super sick that like how he presented it. It was like almost like a cartoon. I was like, dude, why do we even need to shoot it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's-
that's
you
what a lot
got
of-
it
yeah,
already,
that's
you
what a
know?
lot of people were saying. You know?
But we did. We shot it, most of it. You shot it. You got it done. It was
Yeah.
your baby. You're director on that. You
Yeah,
got it. Got it done, and then from
Just
that,
nothing happened of it.
I mean, that's tough, dude. Like,
No,
when you
no,
have no
no.
budget and a bunch of footage,
Yeah,
like,
for the first project, you know,
Yeah.
you just want to see it like done.
yeah.
Dude, so it's like on
in a liminal
it's on a
space.
hard drive in like one of the cabinets in my.
That's
like,
hard.
You know, it unedited. Obviously, I have an edited version from the editor. I think it was just too much from the editor. You know,
Damn.
was not enough. I didn't guide him. You know, I kind of just was like, put it together.
It's also hard too,
know?
like when you get somebody like that that's so crucial to like a film, like involved at the end. Like if they weren't there when it was shot, if they weren't there in like the pre-production stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're not there to edit it with them, it's like open to their interpretation basically, and that's not always ideal.
And none of these guys are like getting paid. I wasn't getting
Yeah.
paid for it. I paid to do it, you know. Like,
Yeah.
and
That's real.
just because I wanted to do it, you
That's
know.
passion.
Well, like for where was like the inspiration? Where did you like pull ideas from like for this project? Did you guys collaborate? Like, did you have pre-production meetings about like the storyline, or was like what was like your inspiration?
The Strokes,
Yeah,
shout
Really?
out, yeah, Julian Casablancas.
nice. It
Was that the
with, like,
song?
a
That is the song, yeah.
Okay.
So it's written or storyboarded to the Strokes song, you know, and gratification, yeah. You know, just walking around the block with my girlfriend, and then putting it on repeat and putting it on repeat. And then I saw a vision to it. You know, it just felt. It honestly, have you seen Silver Linings?
No.
the movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out Bradley Cooper.
Yes,
Movie
yes.
illiterate.
Okay, so
Jennifer
Silver
Lawrence?
Lining, yeah. So that was my envision. You know,
bells.
he's like running on the street always
Yeah.
with a garbage bag. You know, and that scene in that area and that like type of like theme that was going on is what I saw for my first scene and my first character.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I was like, I want to create the song to that, but have a different like, you know, I wanted to have it different. You know, and that's kind of my inspiration as well. You know, is that movie.
Had you been watching it recently, or
No,
it's
I
just
hadn't.
an image that's like in your head?
It's just an
Yeah.
image that lives like quote
Cool.
unquote rent
Yeah, yeah.
free. You know,
Rent-free.
I
Yo,
love that saying. You know, when it comes up, it's like yes,
Yeah.
because I never thought about it until just now.
Damn.
Yeah,
Crazy.
And then you kind of executed on the camera aspects. You guys mentioned all these cameras. I'm sitting here looking at these cameras like they got the tech on lock. I'm gonna be real. I don't know too much about like what you need and all that, but it's amazing like the stuff you need. You know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where like the videographer comes in. I mean, you guys had you said you guys have like a truck or anything? Like what? How did you get your shit around? Like how did the process look like?
There was some interesting rolling shot. Like, I mean, it was bikes. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of moving at a good speed, 15, 20 miles an hour while we're trying to shoot. So we definitely needed like to be able to move with them. So the truck was huge for like the stuff on the street, but then there was a bunch of stuff on the lakefront for the second day, and I didn't make it the second day. I was tapped the fuck out.
yeah,
But
respectively. Yeah.
what was
Rest in
it? It was just like a
peace.
cargo bike on the
so-
lakefront. Like,
so, like,
what the fuck?
I ran into one of my neighbors in our building, and I had noticed that he had been riding a Madsen bike, one of those electronic like kid stroller carrier bikes, whatever you want to
Those
call
things are
it.
crazy. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't live somewhere where they have those, if you're watching this and you've never seen one of those, Google that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're putting like
you know?
walls on these things. They are cars. Like,
So-
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
kids are in the front. Whole families are in the front of it, right? That's what you guys are talking about?
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
in this one, we needed it in the back, and it was
Oh, okay.
perfect. So the rider could ride, the cameraman could sit in the back, and then we could get the team going. You know, so that's what my envision was. Complete failure. Just like it was just so cold. Like the team was so cold. The riders were freezing. You know.
Oh yeah. It
We
was
didn't-
like early in the morning too.
Yeah.
It was like we were meeting at like 6 a.m.
Yeah, we were meeting at 7 in the morning on the lakefront from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, freezing cold.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I think it circles back. These boys were just out here like dedication. Like we
Yeah.
were all
Yeah.
just like trying to do it, you know,
Yeah.
and making it happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Making it happen. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad that project in some liminal space on a hard drive.
It was my muse almost.
Yeah, what's like if you could have like a takeaway, is that corny? Like I feel like we've gotten into it, like the inspiration behind it, but like something that you like jump started, even like a further collaborations between you guys, or like
Yeah.
talk about
I mean,
how that like project
Yeah.
and that relationship, like how that changed, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a stepping stone. Like I mean, I was really fascinated with like Sam's mind, like how he thinks and like conceptualizes these videos. And like almost like I kind of like I feel like I'm like trying to teach you,
Yeah.
try to like you know what I'm saying, and like be of service to you, and like
Yeah.
how I can anytime you have a question, like anything you want to learn, like how can I help you? So that kind of was like the next thing. Like so you got involved and we met at Hex one day and kind of ironed out this idea for a music video, which was
So yeah, that's where kind of I
nuts.
like crash land into this relationship with these guys. Is Blake commented on these like random videos I was doing for my songs of just like me kind of like trying to make reels and stuff just on my iPhone. And it's like, let's make a music video. Yeah, let's do it. We got to jump into this idea. I've been putting out music for a couple years, but I hadn't really done anything with visuals. And Blake and I met on bikes too, but I hadn't met Sam. Blake texted me. He's like, I'm gonna bring this guy Sam on, and I was like, hell yeah, because I don't know, Blake has a way of knowing like everyone for some reason. He's everywhere, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, really stoked to meet Sam. Like, nervous because anytime you start collaborating with someone, it's not only like an artistic thing, but like I don't know, there's like an emotional element to it too. Like, you want to be close, you want to have this like working relationship that's but you gotta trust people first. And I feel like it's cool to have like a shared passion of bikes, or already being artistic, which is kind of like what the podcast is about, is meeting those people, talking to them and interacting with them in the real world. We're real people. We have feelings. We got to carve out time to go to a meeting for a music video, you
Yeah.
know, make something out of nothing, out of thin air. And it takes a lot of courage, you know, to do that. Obviously all talented people, but you know, you got to build relationships and collaborate with people. So
Yeah. I think collaboration's huge. Like you can't be great at everything. You know what I'm saying?
and I definitely am like toxic and try and like be good at
Well,
everything under the sun, you know, like
I mean, it's
if
hard
I can
not
shoot
to.
my own reel, make my own song on my computer, then I'm going to do all that
Yeah.
and do the most that I can on my own, you know,
I feel you.
that kind of thing.
I feel like
it
it's
was my
sometimes-
path for a while until you
Yeah.
were like, let's make a music video, you know?
I feel like, I mean, it's great to be that way, but sometimes it delays your process when you're trying to learn too many things all at once.
Oh, for sure.
It just slows down everything. And so, like, I come from a frame of mind where, like, I have all these ideas I want to execute on, and I may or may not have all the skills, but, like, who around me does have them, so we can do it, you know?
Yeah. I guess we just like started plotting.
Yeah.
I guess initial moments were like, this is Sam, like we're bringing him on. Like you kind of
Yeah.
introduced all of us. Like Blake was kind of like taking the head on it and getting us started, I guess. Yeah.
I think we just, I kind of all left it with, like, a clear vision of, like, what we were going to do. And I think that's solid grounds for any project. Like, everybody knows what they're doing and how it contributes, and the rest is just from there, right? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like, dude, it was like crazy because I remember, like, the first day we were going to shoot it. I mean, we spent hours probably, like, planning,
Yeah.
and, like, storyboarding and, like, all that shit. And then we all show up to shoot on the first day and nobody has a speaker.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, what the fuck, you know? So,
Yeah.
Setbacks.
yeah.
Yeah. Made.
But it's just like our
Did we
first
get a
time
speaker?
doing it. Yeah, we got one. Shout out Charles. Shout out Charles 2 times.
Yeah.
I hope Charles enjoys his new speaker.
Yeah,
I hope it's better than the old one.
Yeah, we lost the speaker. Sorry, bro. This was our first time learning on the fly, quite literally, like making it up as we go. I think
Yeah.
our planning, we had all this, you know, the bones, you know, but I think for me, getting into the shooting is such a beast for me. Like, I still don't even think I have a grasp of like
Yeah.
fully what it means to make like, and I don't know, we made a music video, but there's other elements that we know are out there.
Music
you know?
videos are crazy because they can literally be anything. Like, they don't have to be about the song or relate to the song or anything. They could be something totally different. They could be nothing. It's
I feel like
it's
I
like
brought
nuts.
in so many concepts and so many ideas. Like, I think that's where I get bogged down, is like I want things to be a certain way in my mind. And I know a lot of the conversations or like the insight that you had was like, it's never going to be that, you know,
No.
like you really can't plan that way, you know?
You can't.
And that was such a phrase that stuck with me through the whole time. It almost brought me to like this great sense of like relief that, you know, setting aside this like idea of perfection for something, you know, or this, your imagination it's so powerful, you know, you can't harness that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, there are ways to do it, but for our first time out, you know,
yeah. It's
we
not
just-
going to be picture perfect.
but we planned and we had,
It was good though.
It's sick.
It
No,
was good.
it's sick. We did great. And my favorite part, I think, was I liked location scout. Like, I liked coming up with places to shoot, you know?
Yeah, that was fun. It's always so fun.
Even that, like, remember we were gonna do the shot on the swan in the park,
Yes.
and then we pull up and the swans are gone.
Gone.
They put them away for the season. It was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So
That was nuts too.
even if you come up with a concrete vision, it can be, you have to be flexible, or you have to trust each other enough that to like roll with those setbacks, I guess,
Yeah.
or like come up with alternatives as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a lofty idea to even think like, oh, we made a music video. Like, saying out that out loud is like,
Crazy.
yeah, you got to step into that light, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that shit.
Yeah. High five.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Cut that shit, dude.
No, that was fire.
Okay.
That shit's staying in.
To put a cap on this, like recap maybe our like favorite creative moment, like where we thought like our skills and our inspiration was found, you know, like
Yeah.
on the screen, like a moment that was like, yes.
Okay,
You wanna
I'll start it
start?
off. Yeah. All right. Shit, it's tough for me because like I think it's a tie for 2, so I'm gonna do them both. Fuck it.
Do it.
First one is the Lucia scene. Love hate because like we really had a vision like going into it of like what it would look like and like how it would play out on screen. Basically it's like he like enters the restaurant, he's like doing his thing, like gets up to the counter, and then it's like the point of view of like the employee, and he's like giving them the order. But we like got there, and it was we had like 2 seconds of screen time basically was the problem, and like trying to shoot
It's a
it
short
in-
song.
Yeah, it's like a minute long song. So
Sorry, guys.
And there were what 5 locations?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but we got them. We got all 5, baby.
Sick.
But anyways, yeah. So somebody's coming out of the restaurant and he's going in. It's very fluid. It's super sick. It was a challenge, but we got it. So that was definitely one of my proudest moments. And then the second one was like the basketball scene. I thought that whole like the play calling, the fadeaway shot. I thought it was all like it flowed. Like that one was smooth.
Yeah, that one was smooth.
Yeah.
That one was super smooth.
Nice. I like those moments.
Yeah.
I guess for me, gosh, I really like the scene on the hill. The last scene
Super sick.
was a cool moment. I
Yeah.
think that was something that from like top of inspiration, imagination in your head to the final product, that was something that definitely pulled from like a moment in my head. I've probably seen that in some other video or even like references
it just, like, pays
to
homage to like what you did before. Like it looks just like one of your like you're doing basically the same dances from like these
just
reels
vibing.
that you were making, just
Yeah.
vibing. But then it was like super cinematic and just like looked
Exactly. Yeah. So that was definitely like a big highlight. Yeah. From
Yeah.
like I said, the imagination, inspiration, execution, all there.
Yeah.
And then it's something that really challenged me was like what's so funny is like finding my voice as an actor again because I hadn't
Yeah.
done something in so long. Like getting comfortable on set, getting comfortable in front of a camera.
I feel like that was crazy for me because like and maybe Sam too, like because you were like, should I play a character? Should I be myself? Like what should I do?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, man. Like it's your video. Like
Yeah, no, it's tough.
up to you, dog.
Those
Like-
are tough things. I think there's like a lot of storytelling that I have to explore, whether, it's through a character lens or like my own, just being Jake, being J-Po,
Yeah.
and I think that's something, it was just tough, and I think even now, like you said, it's just like something that's coming to light. It's just a hard thing to do. You can be as creative and have this great song, and then you get in there and you like kind of shell up, I am private. I like to be creative privately. Like it's a passion of mine to just enjoy the creative process alone, but
Yeah.
when you get in front of others, you have to like bounce ideas off each other. And as the shot, like initial day one, and everything, I went home, I was like, oh man, I got so much to think about. But those next couple days too, like
Yeah.
we really found our voice, I think.
Yo,
and
yeah.
in the final product, you don't see any of that sort of hesitancy or moments that were unsure. And
we
that's
were on
like
our fucking grind that
overthinking it.
second day too.
Yeah, we were
Just
everywhere.
like busting that shit out.
Yeah.
4 locations.
Yeah, but that's that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sam, what you got for us?
Wow. So I think like my favorite part of it was really stepping into that director's role in the city and the first time and speaking to you and being in that environment. And I'm just like, like, okay, I need to direct this person. I need to like sit there and look him in the eyes and tell him I don't care what, you look great, and like to persuade someone to, put on whatever persona that they were trying to put on,
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
that experience and doing that, whether or not it was good or not, I was there doing it for the first time.
No, that's one of those moments that's imprinted in my head. Like the first time you stepped up to direct me and you were like,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing. Like
Exactly.
I think
Find
I saw
your-
it, I
you know,
saw
it's
it
like-
from across the street. I was like, dude, what the fuck are they doing?
we were like this close. It was
Yeah.
like Sam came up to me and he was like,
yeah,
bro, it's time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay. Like it was definitely, yeah.
Because I'm such a personal person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to.
It wasn't even imposing. Sorry, I didn't mean. It was just like
Yeah,
you
no,
approached in this
yeah.
manner. That
Yeah.
was just like an apparition coming to tell me the most important thing in my life. Like
You got it.
we got this.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
But creative people have to like own what they do, and that's like the craziest part about it. Is like even I struggle with it. Like people are like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I guess I'm a photographer. I don't
Yeah.
know.
right. Yeah.
No, like I
yeah.
am. Like
You own
people
that
pay
shit,
me.
Yeah.
I guess
Exactly. Yeah.
I am.
You felt like you stepped into the role that day. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and-
was one of the highs.
Yeah.
Of the
I have
project.
a bunch of highs, dude. Like the fact that we got so many green lights from like so many.
That was
different-
crazy.
It was just
Shout out
like,
Dom at Lucia's, bro.
Yeah,
He's
shout out
the goat.
Lucia's.
He's
like
the goat.
She was
you
on
know,
North Avenue.
Shout out to the dude that was working the front desk for the elevator. Like,
Yo.
just,
Yeah, we got into
green
some
lights all
random
over the place.
Like what was that's like a religious
it was
something.
like a church or something.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Downtown.
yo, can we just shoot this? In
The security
elevator?
guards at the Picasso,
Yeah.
like not once but twice came up. They're like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "Oh, we're making a music video." They're like, "All right."
Yeah, exactly.
Cool,
like,
dude.
Just like everyone around us, just like kind
Yeah.
of helping us, you know,
Yeah. That
giving
shit was
this
crazy.
helping hand to like produce it.
I never even thought about that. Like how
Yeah.
many things we were just like doing that we weren't supposed to.
Or not even not
Not
supposed
that we're
to,
not,
but
yeah,
just
you
like,
like supposed to be able to create stuff, but like technically we
Like
needed
that
permits
easy?
for
No. Yeah.
every single place we were. Like,
you know, and I really don't think that I could take anything negative away from it.
no.
You know, to like label that and say
Yeah.
like, damn, I don't really like something that I did about it.
No.
You know, there's nothing that I would change about it.
No.
Yeah. So we wrapped up. We finished up. We have this music video. Oh, shout out Alicia too. Alicia who
Yes.
Oh yeah.
assisted with some VFX work.
Yeah, great work, honestly.
But yeah, so then we had this video, and Jake has. I mean, dude's always making songs. Like I feel like when we were like making the video, like in the process of doing the video for those couple months, it was like almost like every day, something, and music wise, and you're still on that. So definitely more things coming soon.
Yeah,
but
I say writing. That's what I do at home. It's either that, definitely has become like a habit. Like talk about a passion turning into a habit, turning into like a hobby. Like the way you work on your craft outside of like your day to day and carving out that time is like, it's been crucial for my process. So yeah, just write all the time. That's kind of been the motto, and we've even had conversations about other videos.
Yeah.
But definitely enjoying the glory and the high of creating something together. A collaboration coming to life. And we like threw a party too.
So we had the video, right?
Yeah,
So we had the video, and I'm a bit of a marketing brain, so I had some goals.
Yeah,
we had some goals. I think that's huge. You gotta have goals to keep you going, things like that. But we came up with a whole campaign, like a little marketing campaign for like the song, like a listening party, and what we dropped you dropped 3 songs, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so sick. So we shot a couple little reels as like promo pieces.
Yep.
And then we got a location somehow and had a party.
Yeah.
It was sick.
Yeah.
And what, like 40, 50 people showed up?
Yeah, it was sick.
Way more than we expected.
At Bunker. Yeah.
I remember when
dad
we
showed up.
Yeah.
Like Angela's dad showed up.
A wild thing to digest.
Yeah.
There was already so much to celebrate, and then just like that cherry on the top, taking the moment to like be there with everyone who had like almost like hidden support, like the invisible support of the people around you.
Well, it's real when they pull up.
It is.
Yeah. It's not invisible when they pull up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Did you hear that?
Yeah. I mean, 30, 40, 50 people, that shit real.
Great marketing campaign, by the way.
Yeah.
Fantastic job.
Yeah. Hit me up. Let's work.
Yeah, we're
Artists,
like,
let's work. So yeah, so and we got more videos in the works. But also like I really want to do a show.
As in like a concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
sick.
Why not have an open mind for whatever and anything?
For sure, dude.
What's like the most interesting project that you both are working on right now?
I don't wanna spoil a future episode, but my boys at Layers, we're cooking right now. If I can say too much, but we did a shoot.
Yes.
This is Layers Chicago, right?
Yeah, the vintage store, Bucktown. Check them out. Wicker Park. Sorry.
Wicker Park, yeah, I think.
But
super cool place.
yeah, super cool dudes. Great selection. Go fuck with them. But yeah, more things coming with them for sure.
Nice.
Super stoked.
They're good guys.
Great guys.
Good team. And
Good team.
from what I understand, it's more, there's a broader like support system, like people finding others.
Dude, vintage is culture. Vintage is a whole fucking thing. Like,
Can't wait.
yeah, they're definitely tapped in. Those boys know what they're doing.
Sick. Shout out Layers. Sam, what about you?
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I've been writing a short story for about 2.5 months now.
Whoa.
And so, it's just actually gotten to the point to where I had my first revision of it. So I'm passing it along to a couple of my directing friends, and we're doing some edits back and forth and
That's dope.
reading it over, and it's just really cool to see like all of my creative friends that are in film specifically, to like.
Is this for a film or just a story? This is a story, right?
This is for a film.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, which-
That's huge when they're like your peers. Like they're people that also do what you do.
Yeah.
So like their feedback is so much more valuable, and like
right.
they just know more, bro. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that's
And
what's up. What's it about?
It's about a male. Then him and his girlfriend are together in an apartment.
Okay.
And he thinks that she is cheating on him.
No. It sounds crazy.
and she's not. And that's the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And it tells about like his mental like stability throughout this whole entire process, what he's going through, and like, real time personal interaction.
Yeah.
You know, and how that affects him, and like how that makes the audience.
You've been
That's
writing
real.
at night, like.
No, so I usually write in the morning.
Okay, cool.
Bro, the mornings
know?
are easily my most productive hours. Like
Coffee,
before 3
yeah.
o'clock, I'm
Yeah.
working. After
Vape
3
and
o'clock,
weed.
Call of Duty.
No, but I start at a certain time and I try to do it for an hour,
That's fire.
Nice.
no matter what, you know. And if I get up one sentence in an hour,
Yeah.
okay, at least I'm
Honestly,
writing, you
though,
know?
like even just like you grab a different sheet of paper, just write down a bunch of ideas on there. If they're shit, throw them away. If they're good, come back, build them out.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Have another look at them tomorrow. See if there's something else there.
I feel like you're at a good spot with it.
Yeah. It's
Some
a
next
really, really good
steps,
start.
some conversations, like things in the works, like for production, or are
Yeah.
you
What's that look like?
I'm thinking a year out from now.
cool?
To
Take your time.
actually, yeah, you know, I might rewrite it like 4 or 5 times.
Have you written before?
I have not written before. Well, in high school, I always tried to,
Nice.
but you know, I never like actually wanted to write until now.
I saw you were in a film recently too. You were an actor.
yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on, this guy does everything. Talk about that for a second.
My buddy Dean, shout out Dean Rosenberg, man. I mean, he is just one of the most influential personalities
yeah.
in my life. You know, he knows it all and he's super honest. You know, and he had wrote a script and I read it like at a Chipotle like maybe a year and a
yeah.
half ago.
Oh yeah.
And I
what
was
did you
like,
get in your? What did you get?
Yeah.
to eat?
What's your go-to at Chipotle?
oh shit, dude! I always get what my girlfriend gets.
Okay.
It's just chicken, rice, sour cream, and cheese.
Nice,
Super simple.
bare bones. I like it.
But
Really,
that's
dude?
not something like,
Oh, come on, dude.
I'm in and out like it's gas.
I gotta be honest with you. Y'all got the most boring Chipotle order.
I could agree to that. I could agree to that.
Jesus.
I
All
could
right.
agree to that. My Chipotle order is so boring.
That's okay.
Is that what I would put in a rice bowl if I made it at home? No.
Yeah. You do be
Interesting. No.
chefing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
love to chef.
Dude, so actor, that was a great project. That looked fun.
I wanted to do it as a cartoon at first. You know, and then time passed. Like
Yeah.
shit happened. We were making shit, you know,
Yeah.
and like we were going back and forth and doing a bunch of stuff. And all of a sudden we all got together and we were like, let's film it. You know, on a random day.
Whoa.
Because we had it already. And Dean sent it to me and I didn't know I was acting in it until the day before.
Damn.
So I was like,
Isn't that crazy, bro?
yeah.
I feel like the best stuff pops up last minute.
Yeah. So I called
Hey.
up Josh, my homie Josh B.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you want to boom for me?
Hell yeah.
He's like, what's that?
What's that?
you know,
Just stand
basically.
here,
I
hold
love
this.
Nah, he probably knew what it meant. And then Dean had his cinematographer, Nick. We shot it. It's like a minute and 30 seconds. And it's about two guys writing a screenplay.
Nice.
You know, and one of the guys is so interested in writing it and the other one is not. And he's interested in much other things rather than writing this.
Damn.
And it's a play off of a skit on Family Guy that Dean saw and he wrote
Is it a recreation? A rendition?
It's not a recreation, but it's kind of similar to that.
Okay. Cool.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Why
we're-
haven't I seen this?
Dean's
what
been
the
working
hell?
on a Christmas movie for the last 45 days.
Dean, where you at? We got to get you on the show, Dean.
Christmas movie. Yo, Dean.
Yeah,
Pull up, Dean.
He had been busy for all this time, so now we're just opening up those files and listening to all the audio takes and
Yeah.
you know, and putting everything together. And it's
That's another level of filmmaking.
yeah, it
For
was
real.
it was really really cool. The DP, you know, he is just so talented, and I had never acted before.
Nice.
You know, I had never acted before at all.
Good for you, man. Way to throw yourself in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah, can you say the title or you want,
Down Bad.
dude?
On
I'm
my
stoked.
chest.
Down bad.
Down bad.
Down bad.
Oh,
Because he's down bad, dude.
Bro's down bad.
And he's been down bad.
Bro's down, he stays down. You got to get back up. Bro's got to get up.
that's sick,
Yeah.
dude. Can't wait to see it come to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have you on again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay? You think
Yeah,
we
of
could?
course.
Oh,
I was sitting down with my
Making
friend,
progress.
Adrian. He's like, logistically, how are we gonna do this? You know, because
Oh, it's one of those.
yeah, it's always like that with myself. And it's
I know
like-
you love that.
I know, like just
We're going to get a full production. Dude, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Full production.
yeah. So we'll see it come to life.
We'll be there. I'll be there helping out if you need a hand.
Yeah.
At any point.
Honestly, though, like Chicago's such a good place for that too, because like there's people out there, dude, that want to hear your idea.
I saw,
Yeah,
I saw
say it.
a video on Instagram, you know, a very good actor that I had grown up watching as a kid, you know, and he said that Chicago is a great place to live once you've already made it. Trying to make it in Chicago is not a good place to live.
I don't know, dude.
And yeah, how do you feel about that?
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I feel like it's hard to meet the right people because there's always somebody else. I feel like that's one of the things that I learned is like, I'm all right, I'm good, whatever. But like, if you already have somebody that you're fucking with that does that for you, nah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel like Chicago is somewhere
But-
you can really like find yourself
Yeah.
and the energy of the city, and there's enough creatives.
The city, but the people are like nitty gritty. So like, you meet the right person that wants to do it. Like,
They'll take you there.
yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it.
So I disagree. I disagree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what?
How do you expect to make it if you already don't think that you can?
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, if you think the city that you're in affects
Yeah.
your and it does to a certain degree, having the right connections, being in the right place
You
at the
gotta
right
have
time.
the right connections. That's like first and
Yeah.
foremost anywhere. That's like
100%.
yeah. But like in terms of like the number of people doing what you're already doing is like, I feel like this is the best place because it's like the smallest of the three. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, thanks for
That's
letting us think
wild,
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I have a question
What's
for
up?
you. In those tight scenarios to where you don't have connections
Mm-hmm.
or you don't have the tools to get where you need to in a setting, like how do you do that?
Yeah.
And how do you find that? And how do you see those people and be like, that's the person I need to talk to at this
Yeah.
very moment right now?
I don't know, dude. I feel like it's like really an acquired skill. I don't know. I feel like it's almost like a superpower because it's crazy sometimes how it comes together. Like, and even sometimes I'm like, whoa, you know, like how did that happen? And it's like a crazy collab. But so for me, like when I started taking photos, like I tried to like do it the way that like YouTube tells you to do it, like email people and they'll let you in. Like, yeah, that shit might work in like Omaha, Nebraska, but that shit does not work in Chicago. Like to your point, like it's a little bit harder. Like there is like the first steps up here is a little bit higher, you know? But like I started just showing up to stuff and just like saying I was supposed to be there, even if I wasn't. Like we were at Street League skateboarding and well, I wasn't supposed to be there. Like I asked the lady at the at Grant Park the day before for like the best trick competition. I was like, "Do you guys have any more media pass?" And she's like, "No, best I can do is get you some tickets." And she fucked up. Like we got a wristband that was like a different color than everybody else's, and the security all morning had no idea. No idea.
Dude.
I was
You
bumping
got
into
anywhere you could?
yeah, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like sitting in there with Ryan Sheckler. Like, what, dude?
You got
That's
Sean
crazy.
Malto's shoe. Yeah,
like
that's
that's it.
It was
crazy, man.
insane.
You were talking to Sean Malto. Like,
What's going through your brain to get to like Sam's point? Like, are you just like, I am looking to meet this person?
Like, what's the worst thing that could happen, and then like go from there? Because
It's
like,
not
if the
transactional,
worst
you're, like,
thing isn't that
genuinely
shitty,
interested.
like the best case scenario must be pretty good.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's sick.
In the worst case, what ended up happening was at the end of the day, before the men's final started, they had a security change because we'd already been there for like 6 hours. And so the new security guy like went around and checked everybody. And he got Sam. And then I tried to like walk away. But then he came back and got me too. So
Yeah. You got some good photos, too.
it was crazy, dude.
Nice.
It was crazy. I think they like reposted my shit even. Like it was wild.
Nice.
Supposedly I'm on some sort of list. So hit me up. Nitro Circus, SOS, Travis Pastrana.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting
Hell
for
yeah.
my email, dude. Like,
This first week of the year, like, where are you guys pulling inspiration from?
been watching hella podcasts
Nice.
in preparation for this. Like,
Nice.
how do we
Nice.
want it to look? Like, how do we want to produce it? So, yeah.
We've been playing Call of Duty a little bit. I'm into like fast, like this like idea of like this really like intense. Like a lot of my music is coming off like I'm fast sounding. You know, I've been watching football.
Yeah.
I've been watching football on Sundays, which is
Dude,
hilarious.
And Saturdays.
And Saturdays, yeah, it was on last night. Yeah, exactly. They
Watch
play on
intensely
Saturdays.
watching the game.
I'm
And
into
that
it.
shit was fun. He's like, this dude does not fuck with football, and he like changed it for like 30 seconds. He was like, nah, fuck that, not in my house. He said, we're watching football.
And then just like, yeah, my day to day, like living with Aubrey, We made some like really delicious meals. Like it's the first week of the year. I'm
Love that.
trying to like cook, and we've got like a great cookbook.
What
and
have
we
you
just
What
gotta
have you
follow
made
it.
so far this year?
We made this like Parmesan broth soup that was amazing. Shout out Molly Boz.
Fire.
She's like an influencer on Instagram that we found. We got a cookbook.
You bought her cookbook?
Yeah.
That's
hell
love.
Yeah. I signed up for like her club today online
yeah,
for
dude.
recipes.
Nice.
It's got good branding and everything. It's nice.
We love that.
So yeah, I'm finding inspiration in just like the day to day around me and enjoying the new year, man. Like having a positive vibe, like, and truly finding like a way to bring joy and hope into like a moment, you know, whether that's through my art, like not trying to just like finding more meaningful things to say in the music. Yeah, but more music, always writing, stoked for what's
Nice.
next.
Oh yeah. What about you, Sam?
My big inspiration for the first week of the year,
Yeah.
I'd say Jonathan Moeller. I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Enlighten me.
So I just found out about him. And
What's his platform? What's he on?
he is a filmmaker and cinematographer and director in Chicago, local.
Sick.
Yeah, and so I'm going to take his cinematography class
Dope.
and lighting class,
Dope.
which he's teaching at a local film department.
Nice.
You know, and that's kind of my inspiration. I watched a couple of his shorts, and they were just banging. You know, like just such good watches.
Well, that's that, I think.
Yeah.
Episode,
How do we close her out?
Episode 1.
It's our first time doing this. How do you guys close out a show? That's all, folks. No. So yeah, I guess that's probably it. If you made it to the end, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for fucking with the vision and fucking with us.
If you want to be on the show,
Hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up.
And yeah, new things soon.
Yeah,
From
more things.
everybody.
Yeah, new things on the horizon for everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Including you.
Yeah.
Sick.
Sick.